Hello guys, welcome back to Watch Addiction Watch Reviews. Today we're taking a look at the H75 by Praesidus. This is their new kind of vintage release. It's a kind of re-release of an old vintage model used by helicopter pilots, which is actually pretty cool. It's about under $230. I think it's like $220 or $215. You can check on their website. I'll drop a link down to them in the description below. As you can see, mecha quartz, and it is American assembled. Now here's the watch in front of you. As you can see, it's a pretty cool vintage looking watch. I think they did a good job on the actual design. We have a solid 316L stainless steel case. We also have nice little Roman numerals going around the dial, and you have a double domed acrylic crystal or domed acrylic crystal there, which actually has some air coating. It glows off a nice little blue there. Inside is a mecha quartz movement, so you're getting that smooth sweep in that second hand and a quick reset also. Nice thing about this watch, it is actually 100 meters water resistant, so you can actually take it in the water. It has a pull and push crown, but it does have a gasket in there for 100 meters water resistant. As you can see, the crown is polished, and the piston head style pushers are polished as well. Some chamfering polishing along these long lugs here, which actually kind of remind me of the Speedmaster a little bit in a way. The watch itself, yeah, pretty simple, easy to read. You have two subdials. You have a 24-hour subdial, and you're running 60 minutes over here, which you start with the chronograph right here. As you can see, there is vintage style lume on the hands and on the running sweeping chronograph hand. The watch itself does have a rotating bezel as well, which is actually pretty decent. It is brushed, the bezel, and kind of vintagey. It's actually pretty cool. And everything does line up perfectly to that 12 o'clock position. You get 20 millimeters in between those lugs there. Case thickness, we're looking at about 12 millimeters. Lug to lug, I measured about 45.5 millimeters, so it fits very, very nice on a smaller size wrist. My wrist isn't that big at 6.5, 6.75 inches. The band itself is actually pretty nice. It's like a suede leathery band with two keepers here. Then you get your custom Praesidus buckle there. Case back always has that cool kind of vintage military information on it. The Type H75 chronograph, 10 ATMs, mecha quartz stainless steel, assembled in the USA as well. And also you do get quick release, so if you want to switch bands, there's no issue there. But yeah, other than that, there also is some lume on here. Let me stop. You can see it resets right away. Also, if you want to stop it like this, start, stop, you can just reset like that. Very easy to function. You get one position here, which doesn't do much. Then you get your final position, which sets the actual time here. Not too bad there. No really quality control issues on this model. Yeah, I think it looks pretty nice for the kind of style they were going for. They kind of do all vintage releases or re-releases of old, World War II kind of style watches. And I thought this one was a nice one to take a look at. The dial is obviously matte black, a little grainy there as you can see. The actual subdials are recessed into the dial at the 3 and the 9 o'clock position. There also is some nice lume on here. The logo is quite simple as you would expect on a vintage styled watch, just Praesidus printed below the 12. Let me get you a lume shot here with my torch to see actually how good the lume is. I did lume up for about 10 seconds, and there is some nice green lume on the actual Roman numerals. The hands are a bit lighter, kind of vintagey patinaed. I would say it's okay for a chronograph. It's not really a dive watch. Obviously, it is 100 meters water resistant there. On my wrist today is actually a Sega new model, which is called the Hunter, which is actually pretty cool. I'll be featuring this for review quite soon. Just kind of unboxed it. As you can see, the new Sega model. Pretty cool. They make some cool watches, kind of a gray. I believe this one is actually stainless steel, not sure. But you'll see this one coming up real soon. I must say the band is quite long there, as you can see. So you have a lot of room. If you have a larger wrist, you can definitely fit into this band here. I would say at least up to like a 9-inch wrist. The band is actually pretty long. I have a lot of room there. But yeah, I guess, for a bigger wrist, it's not too bad. You can see you get a lot of extra holes there if you want. It fits quite nicely and proportionally on my wrist. My wrist is only 6.5 inches. And with that lug to lug of, about 46, I would say, maximum, it just fits perfectly and flat across the wrist. Not too light, not too heavy, but it's definitely a nice fit. It's very comfortable. It plants itself pretty flat on the wrist due to that K-shape and those lugs, which kind of slightly spiral downwards. So all in all, I think it's a pretty decent looking watch. If you're looking for something for, around 220 bucks. Also, they do run some discounts. They have a lot of other different models as well. Anyway, yeah, I think it's a pretty decent looking watch for the price. You're getting that VK64 mecha quartz movement, which you can time up to 60 minutes there, 24-hour subdial, and your regular time, and a dive bezel. So you can actually time up to 60 minutes as well. There's a lot of function on this watch. You can time 60 minutes and then time on the here also another 60 minutes. You can time two things at once, which is also something good to use. You're timing two things at once, I guess. But yeah, all in all, I would say it's a decent looking watch. The case cut and finish is pretty decent. I wouldn't say it's like $600, $700 level finishing, but for this price, I think it's pretty decent. I really like that kind of acrylic crystal, which is domed, gives that vintage aesthetic there. Other than that, bezel is nice, nicely, let's say nice clicks. You want to hear that. Pretty decent bezel. And yeah, no quality control issues. Shipping was very quick, actually, about 3 business days. Let me know what you guys think of this watch down in the comment section below as usual. This is the Praesidus H75, a new release from this brand. They have a lot of different models, so definitely check them out. They kind of come in that old style brown box, as you can see. This comes in this brown style box here, which is actually pretty cool. And you get your little Army hang tag in there, which you guys probably know from the past reviews. I did review some of their other watches as well in the past if you want to check it out. But yeah, let me know what you think. Definitely like the video, share with your friends, and I will see you on the next one. A lot of good stuff coming up real soon, guys. I'll see you real soon.